to be evil. No one actually thinks of themselves as being evil. They may be an anti-hero, someone that does what they need to do, someone that is trying to do something for their own good, because you've always have to look out for number one. But few mentally stable people actually consider themselves to be evil, the antagonists, the villains. Mostly because people don't work like that. In games, however, that's a whole different matter, and this is the top 7 games where you are evil. A show dedicated to highlighting those video games where you are, in spite of what you may believe, absolutely evil. There's no two ways about it. You're playing a character that is, essentially, the villain. Were this any other game, you would be one of the final bosses. That being said, I'm not taking into calculation games that give you the option to be evil, because those, again, give you the choice. Here you don't have the choice, you are just plain evil. You are built to do evil, unspeakable things. You may try not to do them, but you will. You undoubtedly will. That being said, let's get it started with number 7, American McGee's Grimm. One of the lesser-known series from the creator of American McGee's Alice, which is totally his real name, not some joke, is Grimm. An episodic series of games from a couple of years ago where you played as a complete and utter destroyer of lives. The basic concept is that every episode was about a fairy tale, about how we see the fairy tale currently and its more Disney-fied, nerfed, happy, marketable version compared to what it actually was. And your job as being evil is to turn that fairy tale from the version that ends with everybody living happily forever after into one where brutal and gruesome things happen to everyone. Everyone. And you'll go about destroying the lives of just about every one of the people in those fairy tales. Sure, you may have fun along the way, but it's gonna be evil fun. And if you don't know, those fairy tales normally had very disturbing events, before Disney stole them and now complains that, oh my god, we can't let the copyright in our mouse expire. What if someone else uses it? Now, a game where you played as Disney, the company, and the man, that would have been an even better simulator of absolute evil. But we don't have that yet. Number 6, Overlord. Now, sure, Overlord is a bit tongue-in-cheek. It's more of a comedic game, but it is one where you are evil. You set out to go and kill people, subjugate them to your will, use your minions to massacre and raid and plunder and pillage. Not a lot of raping, though. It's kinda hard in that armor. Though what those minions do with the farm animals is a bit, well, let's not go into that. Probably the best one here would be Overlord 2, because the first one had a bit of a problem. You see, even though you could do unspeakable things like order your poor, loyal, not very bright minions to jump to their doom in a boiling cauldron so you can build a better weapon, when you used it to kill people, it didn't really stick. They would just come back to life after you loaded a game or left the area and came back. However, in the second one, that's not an issue. Everything you kill remains dead and bleeding and on fire, and one of the first missions involves you clubbing baby seals. Yes, with clubs. Not the kind of clubbing where you dance and do cocaine. The other kind. And that is actually quite evil. Number 5, Prototype. If you would indulge a small spoiler, in this game you play as a character that is essentially a walking biological weapon. You are the plague on the legs. Your mere existence is the doom of all mankind. Oh sure, near the end, well at the end, you sort of save New York from being bombed to smithereens with a nuclear weapon, and you do sort of kind of stop the army that was kind of messing around with another version of the virus. But the essence of this game is that you, as a sentient virus, will go around murdering everyone. You will murder innocent little grannies, you will grab them by the throat, you will carry them up to the top of the Empire State Building and hurl them into the wild blue yonder. Sure, the game doesn't necessarily encourage you to do that, but you will do it because you have the power, you have the ability, you are built for it. And no matter how many times you're gonna say to yourself, but I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna not kill anyone, and I'll save everybody I can, and I'll be the best virus ever. I'm gonna be one of the... sorry, I just threw a tank on a bunch of civilians. They're all dead. And those soldiers I keep killing, they're kind of just trying to limit the scope of the outbreak, aren't they? Yep, I'm evil. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, you could say that in every Grand Theft Auto game you played as someone who is in essence a criminal, a lowlife, a scumbag, a piece of absolute garbage. Even when it was someone who had good intentions, who just wanted to fix up their lives and try their best to make something of themselves, like in San Andreas or in GTA 4, you were kind of evil. But GTA 5 tops the chart. Why? Because of one character, Trevor develops. No matter how you play the game, no matter if you choose to be a goody two-shoes that stops at red lights, Trevor will always be a villain. A character that, during the course of the story, will go off his hinges constantly, murdering people that are completely innocent. Just switching to him from time to time will leave you with a sight that's a bit bizarre, like him tying up someone to one of the pontoons under the big Ferris wheel thing and leaving them to die, or throwing someone off a bridge to their doom. Were this any other game, Trevor would have been the psycho you had to hunt down and bring to justice or kill in a very brutal mode because you know he deserves it. And you could say that yeah, Trevor has mental issues and he probably needs help, and that sorry, what? In the first thing he does in the game is smash someone's skull with his boot. Okay, yeah, he is beyond help. He is far beyond help. Number 3, hatred. In this Postal ripoff, you play as a character that just wants to kill everyone. That's it. He just wants to kill everybody. No discrimination, no reason, just wanton murder. That kinda makes you absolutely evil. Again, you could say that about Postal 1 as well, but you see, if I mention Postal 1, no one will remember, because apparently they don't know that this kind of game has existed since forever. But if I mention hatred, it will resonate with people more because this game was accused of being Satan incarnate and the developer, I don't know, being Beelzebub's spawns or something. It was on one of those "we're the good guys, we don't harass people and make up lies to get hits" gaming journalism website. And they're right after all, aren't they? I mean, we've all played any video game and then went out and did the exact same thing we just did in the video game, right? After playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, I went out and built myself a theme park, and I drowned people in it. That is how it works, isn't it? Oh, it's not? It has nothing to do with that? Wow, I'm shocked. Number 2, Mario. Speaking of games not having any negative influence upon people, how many turtles have been killed worldwide in the past 30 years because kids jumped on them and killed them like in Mario? Please post a number in the comments. That being said, in just about every Mario game, from Super Mario to Super Mario Bros. To whatever their names are, you are without a doubt evil. You go around destroying everything you see, killing everything you see as well, devastating property, destroying vegetation, and just being an absolute evil bastard. Yeah, the game may be dressed up to seem so cheerful and fun and innocent until you realize just how many innocent Goombas you've murdered, how many turtles you've killed, how many Yoshis you sent to their doom, how many poor dragon turtles you plunge into lava, and how many toad heads you've eaten. I gotta admit, those mushrooms, you know what they are, right? They're beheaded toads. Sure, a lot of you won't admit that you're playing as an evil character in Mario, much like people that are actively doing evil things will not admit to being evil. Just ask Stalin, after which Mario is modeled, by the way. Number 1, Lucius 2. It's kinda hard to be more evil than Satan's own child. I mean, the concept combines two entities that are primarily evil. There's Satan, which appears in the Bible about once or twice, doesn't do much, but over the course of the centuries has sort of been raised up as a figure to be as powerful as God, but evil. And children, who are basically Satan themselves most of the time. Those two, juxtaposed, create a game where you, as Lucius, go around and murder everyone using your psychic powers in very painful and very graphic ways. Sure, you did the same in Lucius 1, but in Lucius 2, there's more people to murder and more variety to the killings, more of a free-form, outright murder fest, in which you are competing for the title of being Satan's little helper. The best one, because there's more of you, so you have to kill each other as well. And at the end, you even get to kill the developers of the game. Now that's evil. Well, that would be it for the top 7 games in which you are evil. I'd like to give a special mention to Spec Ops: The Line. I won't say why for the people that have yet to play it.
Thank you for watching this show. If you enjoyed it, please consider watching some of our other videos and maybe sharing them or giving a thumbs up if you feel like it. And if you really liked what you saw, please check out our Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you could help us make much better shows and get some rewards in the process. Or you could consider buying my book called Tale of Doom. Volume 1 is out now and available for just $2. And as always, if you thought it was horrible, you know where to find me and complain about it.